In the second that it took you to click on this thumbnail, 5 hours of video have been uploaded to YouTube. Within the next minute, over 700 videos will be shared to Twitter. By the end of the day, over 100 years worth of footage will be reviewed by the Content ID system. And by the end of this week, 3 billion videos will be monetized. And at the end of this month, over 30 billion hours of YouTube will be viewed. Every year, these numbers grow exponentially. There is no denying that YouTube has made its impact on the world. But is that a good thing? In 2005, 3 ex-PayPal employees, Jawed Karim, Chad Hurley, and Stephen Chen invented YouTube. While YouTube didn't have the power and influence of broadcast television, it did have one upper hand to TV. Anyone could use YouTube. There were no gatekeepers, no network executives who decided what demographic you appealed to, what you could or couldn't say. YouTube revolutionized creative individualism, and this is why YouTube worked. Anyone could do it, as long as they worked hard, stayed creative, and interacted with their audience. Videos with high amounts of likes and comments were more likely to be recommended, while clickbait was still an issue, such as with the whole Reply Girls fiasco. All you had to do was make content that got a strong emotional response. And when people care, they share. In May of 2007, YouTube introduced the YouTube Partner Program, which will allow videos to be monetized and give creators a split of the ad revenue. Now, not only YouTube was the world's #1 video sharing website, entire careers could be made of unboxing videos, indie animation, or Let's Plays. Because of this, YouTube began to grow rapidly, with millions of creators competing for views, hoping one day that they could quit their day jobs and make their living off internet stardom. However, not all good things last. Shortly after the partner program was launched, YouTube ran into some legal problems. Many YouTube videos included copyrighted content, whether it was a music cover or an animation analysis or even a full-length pirated film. This made them legally obligated to create the Content ID system, which would search all videos for copyrighted content. If a video was monetized, the channel could be punished with a strike, which would result in the video being deleted, or a claim in which the ad revenue was taken away from the uploader and given to its rightful owner. This sounded fair, but many times the Content ID system was abused. Under fair use law, it's legal to use brief snippets of content without permission if you're using it in criticism, education, research, or news reporting. However, using the Content ID system, many of these rights were ignored by media companies.
That video was fair use. It wasn't even 15 minutes long. Okay? No one went to that video saying, oh, well, now I've just seen little cars in the big race. People came to that video to hear what I had to say.
One early and famous example would be in the John McCain 2008 presidential campaign. The McCain YouTube channel received takedown notices from news outlets such as CBS, Fox, and the Christian Broadcasting Network. McCain's crime? For using news clips less than 10 seconds in campaign videos. The Obama campaign received similar opposition from NBC. The McCain campaign released an official complaint to YouTube, stating, "We believe that it would consume few resources and provide enormous benefit for you to commit a full legal review of all takedown notices on videos from accounts controlled by, at least, political candidates and campaigns." YouTube has yet to respond to this statement. But politicians weren't the only ones affected by the VU's Content ID system. Many smaller creators have been affected as well. None have received as much abuse as the Nintendo gaming community. Early 2013, Nintendo had become part of YouTube's partner system, and the gamers had already begun to feel the repercussions of this. Copyright claims were launched on videos without any Nintendo content, regardless of fair use, even if it was just a screenshot.
It's not enough that I bought $40 Wiimote controllers, 4 of them, so that we can have this play session and share it online with people. It's not enough that I bought 4+ games for the system, spent maybe over $900. That's not enough for Nintendo. What's enough for Nintendo is also monetizing any time you share your content with anybody else. They must have that money as well.
Nintendo released an official statement saying, "For most fan videos, this will not result in any changes. However, for those videos featuring Nintendo-owned content, such as images or audios of a certain length, adverts will now appear at the beginning, next to, or at the end of the clips. We continue to want our fans to enjoy sharing Nintendo content on YouTube. That is why, unlike other entertainment companies, we have chosen not to block people using our intellectual property." However, Nintendo didn't understand that many YouTubers made their earnings off creating Let's Plays. Now, with these claims in place, many YouTubers didn't have the funds to continue streaming Nintendo content. Nintendo didn't realize that Let's Players boosted sales and didn't hinder them. As Let's Player Zach Scott points out, video games aren't like movies or TV. Each playthrough is a unique audio-visual experience. When I see a film that someone else is also watching, I don't need to see it again. When I see a game that someone else is playing, I want to play that game for myself. Sure, there may be people who watch games rather than play them, but are those people even gamers? YouTube's Content ID system is clearly flawed. It has violated fair use and suffocated its creators. However, this isn't the only way YouTube has alienated its audience. It's February of 2017. The Times posted an article displaying screenshots of ISIS, Nazi rallies, and other hate groups' videos. Unfortunately, these videos also happen to be monetized. Shocked by this revelation, dozens of corporations pulled out of YouTube's ad program within a single week. Google began to panic as they lost upwards of $750 million, so they quickly announced a new stricter ad policy, demonetizing any content deemed derogatory, hateful, or offensive. Still, corporations continued to pull out, including McDonald's, Starbucks, and Walmart. This spelled bad news for YouTubers who created more mature and controversial content, such as Jenna Marbles or H3H3 Productions, who noted dozens of their videos were demonetized. But this begs the question, if broadcast television such as South Park, Saturday Night Live, or just about anything on Adult Swim have ads on them, why not YouTube videos? One notable case is when vlogger Casey Neistat made a video responding to the Las Vegas shooting.
I'm starting a GoFundMe, a fundraiser, and I want to raise as much money as possible, and I want to give that money to the families of the victims themselves, the survivors, the people directly affected in a physical way from this just horrific attack. This video you're watching right now is monetized. I put an ad at the beginning and an ad at the end, so all of the AdSense revenue from this video will also be donated.
However, his video was quickly flagged. Casey outlashed on Twitter, stating, "Literally a video about charity, where I say all AdSense is going to that charity. YouTube says not suitable for most advertisers." YouTube responded saying, "We, heart emoji,
How do you do, fellow kids?
what you're doing to help, but no matter the intent, our policy is not to run ads on videos about tragedies." However, this policy didn't seem to apply to major media outlets such as Jimmy Kimmel, whose Vegas video still remains monetized. While Casey did manage to raise $300,000 on GoFundMe, the truth remained clear. YouTube had double standards. However, in late 2016, a change was noticed in YouTube's algorithms. This was picked up by MatPat of Game Theory, who illustrates this in one of his videos. To summarize MatPat, videos were no longer promoted based on percentage watched or audience engagement, but rather minutes watched alone. This might sound like a great thing for daily uploaders, such as vloggers or Let's Players. However, all artists eventually suffer from creative burnout. Creators such as Casey Neistat and PewDiePie eventually became exhausted by a daily upload schedule. The only problem is the way YouTube's algorithms work, new and hot videos are more heavily promoted. Taking a break or slowly downing a video output can be devastating to a channel. Try opening up the trending tab and you'll notice that at least half of these videos aren't by independent creators, but large media outlets. Some have theorized Google may have changed YouTube's algorithms to favor large corporations in some kind of backdoor money laundering scheme. Others theorize that YouTube trending algorithm is rigged.
Or how about this video uploaded by Star Wars? This is number 2. At 200,000 views in 15 hours? Those numbers are unprecedented. Rogue One, a Star Wars Breath TV spot. Oh, it's just a straight up ad. That's trending. What's number 3? A fucking ad for a movie!
With these recent changes in the algorithms, more interesting content arose. Some YouTubers noticed a strange trend while searching for terms such as Spider-Man or Elsa. Users were greeted with videos stuffed with keywords with big, bright thumbnails and long runtimes to cash in on those new algorithms. And while some view body may have played a role, these videos had hundreds of millions of views. And since now the iPads have replaced babysitters, most children just logged into the YouTube Kids app and clicked on any shiny thumbnail. However, these videos were not always what they seemed.
Can you hear me? Dalty. No.
In June of 2017, a channel known as Investigating YouTube discovered many of these videos contain graphic depictions of alcoholism, violence, human waste, and even sexualized content involving real child actors. Many conspiracies arose, linking these videos to money laundering schemes, to deep-web pedophilia rings, to MKUltra brainwashing. While I believe it's more obvious that they're using shock value to appeal to kids' curious minds, the point remains clear. Elsagate wouldn't be as a huge issue if it wasn't for YouTube's flawed algorithms, which value quantity over quality, minutes watched over audience retention, and views over interaction. With many news outlets decrying the large amount of child exploitation going on in these videos, Adpocalypse 2.0 had begun, with more advertisers continuing to pull out. YouTube, whose safety and monetization guidelines it prided itself in, found itself once again having to tighten up restrictions. YouTube's cultural impact is undeniable. It is the world's largest online video platform, and no competitor can hold a candle to them.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Here's the truth. Nobody loves YouTube because it's an online video platform. Any social media site can do that. YouTube is loved because of its community. It's not the latest Marvel movie trailer, it's the 20-minute analysis that comes after. It's not the commentary of Jimmy Kimmel or Fox News. It's the videos made by alternative perspectives you don't find on television. It's not the live stream of an EA event, it's the next episode of Red vs. Blue. It's not hand-picked Nintendo game reviews, it's Game Grumps playing Sonic 06. It's not clips from the Oscar ceremony, it's Lonely Girl 115 changing the way we think about entertainment. It's not the videos, it's the individuals. This is what made YouTube great. Now, where do we go from here? I've had some thoughts about trying to post some urban exploration or some of my movies. With all the ways that YouTube has portrayed its original vision, I asked myself if I can really trust YouTube. I realized that the answer was yes. Not because I could trust YouTube, but simply there was nowhere else to go. Vimeo is professional. Without monetization, there's no way you can make consistent money. Dailymotion is another option, but its user base is largely dead. I would mention VidMe, but it actually shut down while I was making this video. Does this mean it's the end? I'm not trying to be a doomsday prophet here, but with most media platforms owned by powerful corporations such as Google, Facebook, and Amazon, internet free speech is in fact subject to their whims. How are we to express ourselves in a time of universal control? And as always, like, comment, and subscribe.